All right, this first lesson or story you are reading is called The Kelpie. Now, notice it gives you a little introduction description. The Kelpie is a sinister, shape-shifting creature from Welsh folklore. Wales is one of the countries that make up the United Kingdom, so by England in Europe. Notice you have to underline key details while you read. This could be a key detail that you underline because if it's the title, I bet what a Kelpie is important. So that could be one thing you underline. It also could be things about the setting, the characters, what happens, just 3 things that feel important in the story. It's a little different than main idea and details because it is a fiction story. It's more just things that are important as you're reading. I also would like you to make sure you underline at least 3. Then describe a connection that you made between this story and another story, your life, or something in the world. And then tell me what you think a theme of this story is. And I'll explain those a little more. So first, I just want to go over folk tales because this is a folk tale. Folk tales are stories that are based on the traditions and beliefs of people. Okay, so in this case, people from Wales. They happened a long time ago, so sort of set in the past, found in all different cultures on all continents, in Asia, in Africa, in South America, North America, Europe, Australia. All cultures have different folk tales. Originally, they were told orally, which means out loud. So just imagine like sitting around a campfire or at bedtime, things like that. Characters learn a lesson in these stories, and then they often use animal characters to symbolize or represent human qualities. Okay? Just sort of some background on folk tales. The first thing you have to do is make a connection at the end after you underline your details while you were reading. So you could make a text to self connection. Okay, so I felt like the character when they did something, you related to how they felt. This story reminds me of the time, again, something that happened in your life. You could make a connection to the outside world, something it makes you think about, something you heard about on the news, or you read about it, like you learned about at school. Or you could connect it to other books, other texts. Makes you think of the book blank because of blank. This character reminds me of another character. They both da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So you're making some sort of connection just to show that you're thinking about what's happening. It'll help you understand the story better. And the last thing is to determine the theme. Now, one way I like to think about the theme, if we take the word theme and we sort of split it up, and then it's like the message is how I like to think about theme. That M-E again can start the word message. We're thinking about the message of the story. It's a big idea and the author's attitude toward it. So what is the author trying to teach us? Could be a lesson for real life. Usually it's unstated and we just have to infer it. Some stories will come out and say at the end, here's the lesson. A lot don't. We just have to figure it out. Usually we can say it in a phrase or a sentence. It's not this whole long thing. And it's expressing how the speaker or the narrator is reflecting on a topic. Things like money can't buy happiness. Power corrupts those who have it. Be careful what you wish for. Think about in Race to the Sun that we just finished. Nijone learned, be yourself. Your power comes from inside you. Family is what matters. Things like that. It's like those big messages, not like learn to shoot a bow and arrow. Like that's a small little thing maybe she learned. themes are a whole lot bigger than that we can apply to our own life. So once you're done with the story, think about a lesson that you could learn while reading it. There's not necessarily one right answer, just sort of based on your knowledge and what it means to you. What lesson do you think we could learn from this story? Okay, let me know if you need help. Good luck and enjoy this story. It's a fun one.